Hey, Tron, we're gonna do a little afternoon baseball here. We're gonna talk about the three games in the playoffs. One today, two tomorrow, and just kind of give our insights and kind of what we're looking forward or what we're looking towards, and what we can expect or think we expect in these games. So let's start off with the one. I should say, how you doing, Joey?
Good. Good
Yeah,
afternoon. It's
good,
uh
good.
it's kind of fun doing a show at 3:30 on a Monday, having off today, so I like this.
Yeah, and we haven't really done any baseball shows, so yeah, it's no better time than the playoffs to get into it. So, all right.
I
So the
agree.
first game we got here's uh, you know, National League East rivals here, and the Braves and the Phillies, and I don't know. It's hard. Which team has been battling injuries to the pitching staff more, the Braves or the Dodgers? I mean,
Mhm.
both these teams just ransacked the whole year with people getting injured on the IR, out for the season. Their 21 game winner from last season, right, that they thought maybe be able to make it back for the playoffs, is now out until 2025. I mean, but they're still the best team in the National League, so they just keep finding arms someplace. But this game, we got two good pitchers. We got Max Fried for the Braves and Zach Wheeler going for the Phillies. What are your thoughts on this game, and what are you kind of looking at?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a really good pitching battle. You got Zach Wheeler coming to the hill, Max Fried coming to the hill. Wheeler's 3-0 his last five starts overall, and Fried is 4-0 his last five starts overall. Both of them come into this with great numbers, especially against each other's teams. One thing I really liked tonight is it's actually one of my free plays. It's Max Fried over 4.5 Ks. Max Fried's hit this in five of his last six games and just struck out six Phillies batters last time he faced them. So with that, again, I really think this is going to be a really good pitchers battle between two solid pitchers.
Yeah, yeah. I know. I just seen a lot of guys, a lot of people I watch or whatever. And, they all like the over in this game, and and I can understand that a little bit, though. I mean, Atlanta's bats, and I think it goes back to Atlanta had that long layoff, and I think the Astros were the only team that didn't play in a wild card game that won game one of the divisional series. And everybody expects the Braves bats to come alive, and they could at any time, but I thought they would have done it against Suarez for sure, and I don't know if they did that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and I
was
don't
just gonna say if you can't get it going against Ranger Suarez, I'm sorry. I don't think you're getting it going against Zach Wheeler.
exactly.
I just don't.
And I had to be honest, I had the over in the first game. I thought the Braves would be able to hit Suarez, and Strider hadn't really been pitching great down the stretch, so I thought the Phillies would score some, and obviously that game went way under. So I think I'm leaning the under in this one also. I think Fried and Wheeler will be able to control these two offenses, and it's going to be a close game. And I guess the only thing you worry about is extra innings in these games like this, but at least they don't have the phantom runner. So yeah,
Hmm.
I guess I would lean a little to the Braves to even this series up, but I'd play the under more. I like the under in this one.
I was in my car this morning. I was driving. I was listening to the radio, and I heard a really interesting stat. The Braves won 81 home games with scoring at least one run, and their very first home game in the playoffs, nothing.
Yeah,
And another thing I want to point out too is you spend all this money on Ronald Acuna. Where was he? He didn't do anything.
yeah. Yeah.
So I lean Phillies, and if you can get a good number on the Phillies, I would just take them outright.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in that one, and maybe we'll have something to talk about later in the week. But yeah, but see, I can see that also. I can see that also. I just think the Braves aren't going to lose two in a row. I think they'll come back in this one. I think it's going to be a good series. I think it's probably going to go five. But
I hope so. I would
yeah,
love this series to go five.
yeah. I was disappointed in the wild card games all being sweeps. I thought we were at least
Mhm.
going to get a game three at some point, but it didn't happen. All right, so next we'll move to Wednesdays or Tuesdays games. Which game do you want to start with?
We can do Astros Rangers.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry, not Astros Rangers.
No.
Astros Twins. I apologize. Um, I think the Astros rebound here. Um, I think Sonny Gray is a little bit overrated in my opinion. He's only 8-8. At home this season, He is 4-5 with a 2.67 ERA. Yeah, it's a low ERA, but like the Twins don't really score. I know they put up 6 runs last night against the Astros, but outside of that, the Twins really don't score a lot of runs. They have low scoring games, and similar to the Braves, once the Astros basket's going, it's gonna be really tough to climb back from that hole.
Yeah, I agree. Unfortunately for me, I had the under last night, and the Astros waited to the bottom of the eighth to get their bats going, and had to get a 2-run homer from Alvarez, which put that game over the number. So yeah, I was like, I'll roll. Actually, I wasn't even paying attention. I just rolled over and hit the ESPN, and I saw they scored 2 in the bottom of the eighth. I'm like, yeah, there goes my luck for baseball. But yeah, I'm with you on this one. I think yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the Twins.
They're too
They rely,
streaky.
they rely, they rely a lot on the long ball, and I think if the Astros pitching, if they can keep the ball in the park, they'll do well in this one. Yeah, I'm with you. I think once the Astros can get their bats going, I mean, they put up 6 in the first game. I don't know what happened. Last game they just weren't hitting, but yeah,
No.
I do like the Astros to take this one. Yeah, but Minnesota, they like playing at home like that. They got that home crowd, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, but they only put up 5 total runs at home against Toronto. 3 in the
But they
first
won.
game. You're right. You're right, they did
They
win.
won.
But for reference though, talking
Right.
about how little they contribute in terms of running and they rely so heavily on pitching.
Right.
3 and 2, and then game 1 they put up 4 and they lost 6-4 to Houston.
Uh,
But
well,
to talk about the Astros pitcher really quickly, man, this guy strikes people out like crazy. Last 5 games, he's had 4, 6, 11, 6, and 5 strikeouts. That's
yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's why I think. Yeah, I think that's why I like the Astros in this one also because when you go for the long ball, you tend to strike out a lot. And
Hmm.
I can see this guy getting a ton of strikeouts in this game. So yeah,
And the
and this
Astros are road dog plus 114. I like that price.
yeah 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 you get the Astros at plus money. I always like that.
Hmm.
And
It's kind of how I felt with Alabama this weekend, almost getting them at plus money. It's when you see something like that, you kind of just got to take it.
yeah, oh, I was all over. I was all over Bama, all over
Oh yeah,
Bama.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I was like, they won't lose that one.
It's just one of those numbers. If you see something like that, it's like just take it. Just look away and take it.
Yeah, I thought the same thing about Louisville, and then I didn't do it. I couldn't pull the trigger at the end.
I wonder who told you about that one. I wonder who told you to stay off of Louisville. It definitely wasn't me.
No, you might have said something. I know. I just did at the end. I'm like, oh yeah, this is one of those games that Notre Dame would get right, and after like
Not at all.
struggling last week, they'll come out and put a whipping on this Louisville team that hasn't really played anybody. And no, not at all.
Their offense sucked. I watched that game start to finish. Their offense sucked.
Well, uh, yeah, like Notre Dame quarterback has. I don't think he'll be going to Louisville anytime soon. He's got demons there from last year also when he
Yeah,
was
with Big
terrible.
Forest.
I think he's got like 9 turnovers against Notre Dame in the last 2 years. So, all right, let's get back to baseball
Yeah,
here. We'll get to this
yeah.
last game here. And this series, I don't know. I've liked the Rangers all year. They struggled down the stretch. They should have won the division, but they lost 6 in a row or something. Got uh, uh
Honestly, I think them losing division. I think them losing the division kind of helped them and lit a fire under their ass. Because they're just playing out of this world right now, all around, from pitching to batting. Like they're crushing it. 4-0, and then 7-1 over the Rays,
yeah,
3-2, and then 11-8 over the Orioles, and now they have a chance to win it at home. First home postseason game this year.
yeah, and they got a Valde on the mound, so
Hmm. And
he,
they're going against Dean Kramer, no playoff experience.
well, and I think that's the big thing with the whole Orioles team. It's no, they're young.
Hmm.
They really don't have any experience in these kind of things, and they had a great year. But I think I just think right now the spots might be a little bit too big for him. And you got the Rangers guys. They've got Seager, and Seager's been here before, and they got guys that have been here before. And I think experience in the playoffs
Oh
does
yeah,
help. In
for sure.
baseball at least.
Oh yeah, I I like the Rangers in this one. They're minus 135 right now on DraftKings. I like the Rangers a lot. I think again the inexperience of the Orioles really hurt them. Like they were one of the best. They were one of the best teams in the MLB during the regular season. Probably the best team in the AL in terms of wins, runs scored, just all around, and nothing in the postseason, man. It's that inexperience.
Yeah, but I don't know. You look. Well, the Orioles have won 7 of the last 9 though. In uh, in Texas. Baltimore's the bottom half uh, in the league in home ERA for whatever reason. They don't seem to pitch well at home. They got 4.54 ERA at home. I mean, yeah, but I'm with you. I don't know. This inexperience does play a factor.
And I don't want to
But
take. I don't want to lay the money on a 1.5 because none of these games ended by what's it called? Except game one. Game one ended 3-2. But
uh,
outside of that, I just don't think 1.5 plus 1.5 is worth it. Laying that price.
no, no, yeah. I think I'd be with you if I played this game. I'd probably take Texas, but you don't see a lot. Just seeing a sweep, to seeing this Baltimore team get swept would be a surprise to me. But
It would be.
they did drop the first two, so
It wouldn't put it past me if they go out there and just get curb stomped in Texas.
yeah. I mean, plus 124 is nice, but I don't know. Evaldi's done well for me down the stretch, so I don't know. I think I'm gonna lay off this one, and
He's 6-3 at home, averaging 8.5 Ks per nine with a 1.11 whip.
yeah. So I think I don't know. I think I'll probably lay off this one and kind of watch it, and I don't know if it's maybe if Baltimore gets up like 1 or 2 runs, maybe jump on Texas at a nice plus money and see what happens, and see if their bats can get me a win. But yeah, that's yeah. I'm with
Did,
you. I guess I'd probably take Texas, but I don't know.
did you know there's only been one comeback in the postseason? Like one series comeback, like as a whole, and it was the Diamondbacks coming back against the Brewers, both games 1 and 2. Every other time some team has jumped out to a lead, they never lost it. Not crazy.
Well, yeah,
I think that's just nuts. Like comebacks are really hard to come by in this postseason. Not even talking series, just even in the games itself. Teams are
yeah.
just building leads and they're just holding it.
Well, yeah, but it's just I'm older than you, so I remember when Jack Morris went 10 innings in a World Series to win for the Twins. I'm used to now. If you get 5 innings out of a pitcher,
Round of
it's some
applause. Great job.
yeah. If you get 5 innings, yeah, it's like it's some great thing, and then they have a guy pitched the 6th, the guy pitched the 7th, the guy pitched the 8th, the guy pitched the 9th.
It's
And
nuts. I know what the Phillies did.
I guess as long as if I'm a Rangers fan, I don't want to see Chapman in too many games. I don't know how many
I
times.
wouldn't want to see him in at all.
I don't know. I don't know how many times that guy cost me money this year. And
Maybe that's their motivation. Play well so Chapman doesn't see the mound.
yeah, but the last 2 games he cost me, it wasn't even close. He came in. One game. I think he walked the first 2 guys. No, I think he might have gave up a hit. Walked the next 2 guys, and then hit the next batter. And then the next game he lost. It was one of them down the stretch. I think it was the game that they would have clinched the division. He came in the 10th with a guy on second. Walked the next 2 guys, and then a wild pitch or something. He didn't even he didn't even get an out. So
like
that guy's
Kershaw.
on my list. That guy's on my list.
Kind of like Clayton Kershaw in game 1. Guy's got like
that guy.
Guy's got like 140 ERA right now in the postseason.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, you look at the pitchers they've lost. The Dodgers this year. What Bueller, Urias, May. You know, they've
Mhm.
lost a
It's
couple
hurting
other
them.
guys. You know, it's like so Kershaw's just out there on name only,
Oh yeah, I
and
agree.
but his name's always been kind of crap in the playoffs anyway. So I'm not. I was just amazed when I'm looking. I'm like 5 runs in the first inning. I'm like I thought Kershaw was going, and I look at the box score and he was, and he didn't even get an out yet, and he gave up 5 runs. I'm like,
Yeah, that's bad.
well, see, they should have kept Trevor Bauer.
I agree.
They should have kept Trevor Bauer. But
Where do you think he's gonna end up?
I don't know. I don't know. He might have to. He may be going back to Japan.
Nah, he's allowed to go back to the MLB. They reinstated him.
Yeah, I understand that.
Watch the Angels pull some shit out of their ass and re-sign Mike Trout, Shohei Ohtani, and then pull Trevor Bauer.
Yeah, I'm
Doesn't
just trying.
seem that far fetched, man.
I'm just trying to. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of the owner that I can almost think. I can almost see him going to the Mets, only because only because Cohen's a billionaire and he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, he's got some fuck you money.
Yeah, hey, I got enough money. I don't care what anybody thinks about me.
Yeah,
You
I
know.
mean, look at the team he built this season, and they sucked ass. Can't get any
Yeah,
worse than that.
yeah. You know, hey. You know, all the women's groups want to come boycott the stadium. Fine, I don't care. Don't need you. I got my money.
Too funny.
Well, all right, mate. Good one. Um,
Yeah,
I'll see you this Wednesday, Thursday, or one of them,
absolutely.
or at
Yeah,
least one of them, or none of them. Whatever. But yeah.
I'll probably be on both.
All right, we got the Insiders Room. We got the college football show Wednesday, NFL Thursday. Hockey starts tomorrow. I'm trying to round up guys. We're going to start get a hockey show together. I'm not sure what daily, every other day, whatever. Try to get it up hockey show a couple times a week, and then when the NBA starts, we'll probably go with that. College basketball. I know that's right up your alley. There, you love college basketball, so
Love me college hoops.
you know things are going here at the insidersroom.com. Check that out. Check out the Insiders Room Discord. You can find Joey on there, right, Kate? A lot of different people on there giving out free picks, giving out information, and we're gonna try to crank this up and get the content out there and give you guys some free winners. So good luck with all your plays. Good luck tonight, Joey,
Thank you. Good luck to you as well.
how about the total of the football game? You got any thoughts on that?
Oh, honestly, I like the over. I think both these defenses suck, and I think, especially with Jimmy G coming back, Devontae Adams is back in as well. I think the Raiders can throw the ball a little bit. So I like the over.
All right,
Why would you like?
I like the under.
Oh, all
I think
right.
it's gonna end up 24-21
Packers or Raiders?
Packers. 24-21 Pack that hits 45, and then there you go.
I'm cool with that. I'll take it. Go Pack, go.
All right. All right, good. Thanks a lot, Joey. Thanks for your time today. I know it's a holiday, so we had some time off, but yeah, we'll get things cranked up here and get rolling.
Absolutely. Have a good
All
one.
right. All right.